Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. We are in Salt Lake City in our home garage, the tiny garage, the one truck garage. Woke up this morning. I think we made about 10 grand overnight, so not too bad. I think I was supposed to maybe upgrade one of our trucks. We may do so. But first, I want to go pick up our load. I've already got a job for us. We're going to Montana today. So I want to make sure I get out without scratching my new paint job that we got an episode ago. Let's back out of our tiny garage here and we'll get on the road. Okay, it's only 2 miles from here. Where am I going, though? I need to go that way. Hopefully no cars are coming. I'll slowly back out, so they should stop, right? That's the whole plan. Yeah, so we're going to Montana today. I need to get there by the end of the day. So we should be able to do it. It's only, I don't want to say only, GPS is saying 9 hours and change. So we will see if we get there or not. It's going to be a heavy load, and it's a triple trailer that we're taking. Something I haven't done in a while is taking a double. Well, we may have taken a double recently, but a triple trailer? Haven't done that in a long time, so it seemed like a good day to do so. And Montana seemed like a good destination to go to. So that's where we're headed. Yeah, we'll pick up this trailer. We'll get loaded up. Yeah, it's going to be a 65,000 pound load. So going up hills and starting on a hill is going to be somewhat challenging. All depends on how my foot feels like on the clutch today. Sometimes my foot on the clutch is not the greatest. We've all seen it. Sometimes they get rather lazy in shifting. We got a full tank of fuel? Yes, we do. So we should be good to go. I had about 2 drivers that returned last night without a load. So that was kind of disappointing. Scooch on down here past the Volvo dealership. It's a Volvo dealership because that is the brand I chose as my favorite truck when we started the series. So I think it always puts the brand truck that you put down as your go-to truck in your hometown that you start in. So if I said it was Freightliner, they would have probably put a Freightliner dealership down there. So once again, we are running the spring mod because, well, it is springtime. Well, I think I'm going right here, actually. Where do we check in? Bueller? Where am I checking in? Up ahead somewhere, maybe? Well, I'm here. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's... Couldn't see it there for a second. Must be going blind. All right. Yep, we're going to see job offers here. Freight market. And there it is. We're taking Silica, 65,157 pounds, Salt Lake City to Laurel, Montana. So, yeah, 537 miles. Actually, it's about a 10-hour trip. So, yeah, we may be going just a little bit over the speed limit in some areas. Yeah, my truck's fine. We're good. To be sure, because as we know, sometimes GPS kind of underestimates how long it's going to take to get somewhere. Let's scooch around here. I don't feel up to par backing up today, so let's see what happens. Alright, that snapped in pretty good. And just a reminder, I am running a sound fix pack that changes the noises of certain things. So if you hear different kind of sounds when we hook up or whatever, that is the reason. Oh yeah, starting in 3rd gear may not do as well. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and pop it neutral, park and brake actually. And since we got the cash, let's go to Truck Manager right here. If I only knew where I left off. International, let's say upgrade it. And if I just do this. No, this one's been done, looks like. So was it this one that's next? Upgrade. Yep, this is the next one. Before I do, let me go ahead and see. So the horsepower stays the same. All right, we'll figure it out. Let's just go ahead and upgrade it. Chassis wise, 6x4 by 200 gallon. Think we can do that. And then we give them 13-speed retarder. 29,430. I think that's what we did. Confirm order. That's what they're getting. So now we're down to 5,582. But the first 9 trucks are done. The first 9. So we are slowly getting there. Like I said, the drivers should earn a little bit extra cash with a better truck because they can take better loads. Will I get my money back on it? That's probably going to be... I guess it all depends on how long we go in the series. If we got to go another 100 days, then possibly they will. All right, so a triple trailer. Like I said, it's been a while since I've hauled one of these. Just got to get close enough for the gate to open. And we're going this way, apparently. So I should say there's probably going to be no snow runner this afternoon. I guess you're kind of lucky you're getting ATS today, actually, as well. So basically, what day was it? Like Thursday or Friday? We had a winter storm coming through, a lot of heavy wet snow. Knocked down some trees, which knocked out some power lines. And when I got the power back on, my PC was starting to act a little bit weird. And the cooling pump for my CPU, yeah, it's not acting right. So, of course, it's kind of hard to do anything and not heat up the CPU without a cooling pump. So, order 1, got it here. It's currently, for me, Saturday, got it installed. And everything seems to be going well with it. But of course, anytime you order something, at least anytime I order something online and you go to install it, there's always one thing that doesn't quite match up to your PC. Not that big of a deal, so I got some more stuff on order. But the cooling pump is doing its thing. And of course, I upgraded my cooling pump, so hopefully, it'll make my PC perform a little bit better, keeping the CPU cooler. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, so SnowRunner, not this afternoon, but I'm going to try to get one out Monday. Monday. After American Falls, of course. So if you do look forward to SnowRunner episodes, not today. If you're watching when it goes live, that is, you know how the whole YouTube time travel videos thing's going. Yeah, so Monday afternoon, which will be, I don't know what day of the month it is. It's a Monday. Is that the 8th? Could be. Anywho, leaving Salt Lake City. On a beautiful day. No more snow. Wait, what lane? No, I think I want to be in this lane. Yeah, there was a question on an older episode just recently, so if you're currently watching the new versions, or the newest episodes, yes, we change the seasons as for when the episodes go live. So if the episodes go live in spring, we got the spring mod. If it goes live in the summertime, we run the summer mod, fall, winter. You get the whole point. And yes, they are separate mods. So you gotta disable, I had to disable the winter mod and activate the spring mod. Not that big of a deal. Just that with ATS, and I'm sure with Euro Truck Simulator, it's the same thing. With mods in this game, you do have to put them in the correct order, because if you don't, it could crash your game. It's not as easy as Farming Simulator, where you just put a mod in and go with it, although the game can crash then as well. I still see people writing comments down or asking me in Discord about Coast to Coast saying it doesn't work. Just make sure you got the right version of ATS, and also that you're downloading the right version of Coast to Coast for the states that you do or don't have. Coast to Coast is working fine by me. Are you going to stay in your lane? Are you staying in your lane as well? Because I can't quite move over currently. Now, once again, I was looking at my Steam account. Where's the way station here? Trying to see what achievements I have or have not done yet. And a lot of them seem to be like on the special transport side of things. So we may try to do some more special transports in the future. Your vehicle is not in perfect condition? My vehicle's not that bad. I mean, what's the state of my truck? Oh, that's the wrong button. That's not what we wanted. I got 2% damage on the truck. And they're really upset about my truck. Well, not upset, but to say, well, your truck's not in great working condition. 2%. Was that the Idaho DOT? Did I slip into Idaho already? And their DOT's giving me crap about 2%. Well, I'm glad I'm just traveling through Idaho, not staying here for too long. At some point, though, I do need to get over to California, because it's been a while since we've been up and down the coast. But you ever just get that feeling that we're due, because I'm seeing a lot of information on the next 3 states coming out, so I'm just assuming we are getting close to having one of them come out. Right lane ends, it always does. Whoa. That was close. That was close. I mean, I think we're both to blame for that little mishap right there. I think my direction light was still on while I was getting in that far left lane, but I got out there just as he decided to go out there. And luckily we didn't get run into from behind. makes you wonder if that driver in real life did not even look in the rearview mirror. They probably didn't think nothing of it, just kept on going their merry way. But if they looked in the rearview mirror, they had a hood full of moonlight shadow rearing down their back bumper. Ah, here's Idaho. So it was the DOT of Utah as I was leaving, giving me crap about 2% damage on my truck, which is, I'm going to assume, tire wear. Now, just once again, this load needs to get there today. We quit at 5, as we try to most of the time. But if you look at the expected delivery time, it's 6:22 to 7:52 today. So, yeah, I need to go straight on through. We have been late before, and the penalty wasn't too bad, but if I do quit at 5 and sleep and then don't deliver it until the next morning, that's going to be like 12 hours late, minimum. And that might be a big penalty. So right now we're scheduled to get there like 10 after 4. Speed limit is 70. We're going to set the cruise control, I think, what it is, 75. Might be a little bit too fast. But it's Idaho. There shouldn't be really that much here to see for sightseeing. So we're just going to cruise on through. But yeah, what did I say? 9 trucks. 9 trucks now. The first 9 have been upgraded. I think we own 21 trucks. And a lot of the trucks I've been buying recently, like this Peterbilt we bought for ourselves, we traded them in. That's why we didn't trade them in. We gave them to other drivers as we bought this one. So we only got like maybe 7 trucks more to upgrade possibly, and that's it. Idaho's going to pull me in as well. No, they're not. Okay, Idaho, I was just giving you like a rough time just a little while ago, and now you give me the green light. If you are wondering, because we have done it before where a weigh station has called us in, and I don't want to say I bypassed it. I think I was having a hard time trying to figure out where the weigh station was, and we went by it. The fine wasn't, it was like $300, $400, something like that. So not greatly expensive. Did you really have to slow down that much to get off the interstate? I guess you did. Today when I am shifting, I usually skip a lot of gears. You get used to it after a while, just by knowing how much weight you got. But today, I'm not going to skip as many. I think the heaviest load I've ever hauled in Euro truck, I want to say, was over 100 tons. And it was a locomotive, which was a mod. In ATS, maybe 100,000 pounds, so like 50 tons. Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe some of you can remember, because I sure as heck don't. I used to use quite a bit amount of mods in Euro Truck. but then got away from them only because, like, when Pro Mods really was, I'm pretty sure they're still going on strong on Euro Truck, but there were a couple of cargo trailers I would use, and I couldn't fit under bridges and so on and so forth. And it was getting to be kind of a pain. You think you got a route all figured out, and then realize you can't get under a bridge or whatever it may be. I mean, that is part of a challenge, but if you don't really know going on down the road that there's an overpass coming up and the clearance is only like, we'll just say 12 feet, and you don't know until you get there and you don't have no way to turn around, well, that kind of puts a damper on your day. Always fun when you try to take a photo and then you come back into the game and you're driving at 70 miles an hour and the steering wheel wasn't quite where you left it, but we're all good. Seems like I like getting behind trucks getting off the interstate today, but luckily I wasn't close enough to where I had to slam on my brakes for that one. So the only downside, at least for me, taking a triple trailer or a double trailer, it takes away a little bit of the parking skills when we get to wherever we're delivering this to, because it's going to be pretty much a pull-in. Just as long as you pull in straight enough, you should have no problem. Always not that simple, though. Making sure all three trailers make it around that corner. Rule of thumb is when if you're nervous about taking more than one trailer, rule of thumb is the trailer will follow the trailer in front of it. So as long as you take a corner and the first trailer makes it around the corner, for the most part the other trailers should as well. For the most part. It's not exact science, but it's pretty darn close. As long as all the trailers are the same length. I should point that out as well. As these three trailers are, I do believe. Am I on a part of an Idaho road that I have not been on? Possibly. Is there a car broken down here? There is. Can't give you enough room. I had a car in the fast lane. Oh, we are getting down to one lane though. Not really sure why the car slowed down as much as it did. That's a way station on the other side. That's the smallest way station I think I've ever seen. Alright, so speed limit is 65 on this road. And oh, we're going up a hill. Get ready for some downshifting. Let's see how the Peterbilt handles it. I really don't remember how much, what engine we have in here for horsepower and torque and all that. I want to say we got a 600 horse in here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe a 605. I don't remember if it's one of the Cat engines, if it's a Detroit diesel. I can't remember. I've been trying to stay away from some of the modded engines only because, like, when the game updates and if the mod doesn't get updated, then the engine you have in the truck kind of defaults back to a standard engine. So I could go from like a 600 horsepower truck, game gets updated from 1.49 to 1.5, and the mod doesn't get updated, so I got to disable the mod. And then when I get into my truck, it's like a 305 horsepower engine. Now I got to pay for another upgrade. It's not like I get reimbursed for the engine that was in there. I mean, which is usually fine if you're not playing on realistic economy like we are, and the money situation is always, you know, we do fine. Our realistic economy, our company's doing fine. But it's not like within a day you can see how our money situation is. I mean, if we get $20,000 or $30,000 profit a day, that's a good day. So to upgrade an engine from a 300 to a 600 horsepower engine, that could cost like 60 grand. That's a couple days on the road. I mean, not just me, it's all of the drivers on the road. I will say, driving with the spring mod on kind of gets me in real life excited to see spring and summer get here. Although overall where I live, winter has been very mild. Not until recently have I gotten a good amount of snow. We kind of went through most of the winter getting absolutely no snow. And then, I think it was, last episode? Yeah, we ended up getting about 2 feet of snow. And then this last storm, we got about maybe 10 inches, 10, 11 inches. But this storm wreaked more havoc than the previous one just because the snow was that wet, heavy stuff. The fun stuff. But then 2 days after each snowstorm, it's going to be like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, windy and rainy, so all the snow melts relatively quickly. Hello, Montana. We're in Montana already. All right. I need to start looking also for the unmarked roads. We've taken a couple of them. I want to say the last one we took was it Oklahoma? May have been Oklahoma, where we took one of those off-roads and we ended up going over a rickety bridge. I would not want to do that with a triple trailer. Like that road to the right, I wonder if that's a road I could take. It's not marked on GPS, but that doesn't mean I can't take it. And the one thing I don't have on are the road barriers. Show me where I can or cannot go. So like the road in front of us, you can see the GPS. It doesn't show the road being there. And if I had like the road barriers on, we see like red X's in front of us, telling us that we can't go there. Dude, you're around the corner. What did you stop for? Actually, it's probably been a while since we've been into Idaho. part of me, like I've talked about it before, when I start thinking about, boy, it's been a while since we've been here or been wherever on a map that SES has put out. In some sense, it does not seem like long ago. We just had California and Nevada when the game came out. But then when I started thinking about it, like that was back in 2016. That's 8 years ago. And it's incredible the amount of states that they put out in the past couple of years. In the beginning, it was rather slow going. But since the game has really taken off, SES has been able to... I remember a couple years ago they put out a post. They were able to hire a whole bunch of people to create maps, so on and so forth. And that's why we're getting them. Like every 3 months, we get like a new state. Actually, I can kind of still remember when they announced ATS was coming, going to be released back in 2016. We're all wondering, where were they going to start in the U.S.? And I thought they were going to start on the East Coast. But nope, they started on the West Coast. Just trying to be a little bit careful going around these corners. We got heavy trailers. And we got 3 of them. So I don't want them tipping over. Especially the back one. The back one's going to be like the end of a whip. Basically. So if I go around a corner kind of fast, that rear trailer is going to go around extremely fast. I know it sounds kind of weird saying that. I'm like, no, if you're doing 65, well, so isn't the rear trailer. It's kind of like when you ride in a roller coaster. If you really like to get whipped around, you sit in the back. Sitting in the front is not as bad as sitting in the back. Actually, nice little waterfall there. Kind of a waterfall. I guess it could be classified as one. Maybe more like a cascade, not like a waterfall, but... how are we doing here? Okay, we're still getting there at 10 after 4. So as long as we stay relatively in that same time frame, we're doing fine. Oh, it's already 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay, then. This has been one of those days where, for me, it seems like it's going by really quick. Nope, we got ourselves a green light, so we don't have to stop. That's 2 green lights in a row. I was going to wait for the light to change, but then I see like the truck sitting there, and I don't want to get stuck behind that truck going somewhere. Of course, they're probably saying the same thing about me now. They see a triple trailer going out around the corner. So they're probably thinking, don't get me stuck behind that guy. I think we're approaching Bozeman, Montana. Well, when I started driving at the beginning of the episode, I felt not in tune with my steering, shifting, and all that. But as we've gotten along here, feeling pretty good. I mean, I did stall it after we took the trailer, but then realized, yeah, third gear with that much weight in the back, that's not going to work. But now we're getting along rather well, but I'm going to hit every stoplight in Bozeman. It's only 25 through town. Of course, throughout this episode, I've been kind of keeping my eye on my CPU temperature. As I mentioned, I got a new cooler in. So I just want to make sure everything stays good on that front. And yeah, it's running a few degrees cooler than it did with the other cooler. I will say Bozeman, if anyone is familiar with Bozeman itself, you know, actually know the town itself. Does it look well, I don't want to say exactly like this, but do you recognize things? Usually when I ask that question, I am getting responses of people that like live in the certain areas when I ask that question. And people are like, yeah, it looks pretty much like it is. I mean, it's not going to be 100%, of course, but some buildings will look the same. Street names people recognize. It's like, yeah, that's the way the streets run. I think we are leaving Bozeman. Don't know if we're going to get on the I-90 or not. Okay, looks like we are. Just 129 miles to go. And in this game, that's not that far when you're on the interstate. Drivers are bringing in the cash. I really haven't been paying too much attention to that. But I do know that after we upgraded the truck, we were down to like just under $6,000. And of course, we did have our $6,000 loan payment for the day, but we're back. Okay, now we're up to $27,000 in the bank account. Well, after we get our load done, well, we might actually have enough cash to upgrade another truck. And once we get all the trucks upgraded, then it's upgrading the Dallas garage before we hand this truck over to another driver and we buy... I don't know what we're going to buy. I mean, I never really try to plan out what we're going to buy. We just roll into town, and whatever dealership is there, we kind of look at it like, all right, we'll get one of these. I know there are a lot of modded trucks out there. I've been kind of suggested a few of them. And same reason, I used to run the Aerodeath Volvo. But unfortunately, that one's been taken over by a few other modders throughout the past few years since Aerodeath stopped modding it itself. I don't know where the status of that Volvo is. But just in general, like every time there's an update to a game, if it's not updated, then the truck could be completely broken. So I want to stick to in-game trucks, so we don't have much of an issue. Other mods that I could activate or deactivate that don't cost us money, like the Seasons mod or Coast to Coast or stuff like that, I can deactivate that. It's not like, okay, but I gotta pay for that, or now I lost money because of that. I don't run that many mods anymore. Like I said, I think when I clicked on today, it said 15 mods are what I'm running. And I want to say 3 of them are paint jobs currently. Of course, we know Coast to Coast, Realistic Economy, Realistic Fuel Prices, the Seasons mod. Oh yeah, I think there's, I'm running one for the roads. So the roads look a little bit different. As I mentioned, most of the mods are in the description below. You can find links to them. Some of them are mods that we used early on and I probably don't use anymore. So just make sure that if you're looking at mods, that when you click on the link, that it's updated to the current version of ATS that you're using. Oh, and I can't forget the minimal advisory screen at the bottom. Can't forget that mod. That's a mod I can't live without. It's gotten to be one of those mods that I've been using it for so long, I feel like it's part of the base game itself, which it's not, of course. I get caught doing that in Farming Simulator as well, where you use a mod for so long, you just start thinking that's part of the game, and then when you go start a new game or whatever, like Farming Simulator, it's like, oh yeah, I started the map without having that mod activated. That's a mod. It's not a base game thing. Probably shouldn't have got over in this lane. Just realized we're only 30 miles out. So we'll let this car... Funny, they want to get... I think they wanted to get in the left lane, and I want to get over here. Alright, as we roll into town, I'm bringing this to BNSF. It's like I'm going to be doing a loop-de-loop down here. Lovell, Wyoming. So we're not too far from the state line. Round and round we go. Just hope that this is one of the cities that does have a rest area. Kind of looking as I'm driving here on the GPS, but currently I'm not seeing nothing. Well, we'll of course have a look after we finish the delivery. By the way, that's pronounced Butte, Montana. I know what you want to say, and we've all said it. This does look like a fuel depot right in front of us, but I don't know if that's one I could use. But I want to turn... So we go down to a single lane before I turn right. It's kind of cruel. Why would you narrow it down to one lane? You could have just made that lane a turning lane. Kind of a weird choice, but... Still got 4 miles to go. Which, for city driving, that's quite a ways. But looks like I'm not the only one that's taking the scenic route through through down here. We might be all going to the same spot. All right, I do see our drop-off. It's almost like straight ahead, but in order to get into where we got to go, I got to go down the road. Am I going to the railroad tracks? Like a rail yard? I think we're going to a rail yard. I may do a rolling stop here. Our drop-off point is, like, right there. Speed bump. Nope, not a speed bump. All right. Well, I can see it straight ahead of us. Let's get a nice straight line. So I don't want to overshoot. Because if I got to back up, I'm just going to turn around and take another shot at it. Uh-oh, I may have overhung on my side too much. Nope, there it is. There it is. No one move. Okay, so park and brake, turn off the engine, and decouple. I didn't even see how much I was getting paid for this trip. We're about to find out. Well, 35.51, which is not that bad for a one-day trip. Let's look at the world map. In other words, this town right here. And oh no. Oh no. We're in a town that doesn't really have a rest area. I guess we could just go stay... I mean, I do see the rest area on the interstate. How far, or is this like an hour? How far is that? An hour, 25 minutes. I don't think I got an hour, 25 minutes on my clock. Where are we? No, we don't. I got like a half an hour. So, we'll just have to... Nope. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Because now I marked it and I haven't unmarked it. Trying to hit the button that demarks it like you would in SnowRunner. That doesn't work. I guess we're going to be staying here. And then I'll probably have to go to Billings on the next day to pick up a load. So we'll be free, we'll be bobtailing it for like an hour next day to pick up a load. Because on the interstate, that's a one-way road, of course. And it's not like you can just turn around and come back to here. Well, at least I won't be spending any money on diesel fuel today. But we do have 31,000, which should be enough to upgrade the next truck in line. I guess we'll go out the way we came in. You know what? I'm going to go around. Seems like it might be easier. I can kind of see on the GPS this should just take me right around anyways. And GPS was showing I haven't been this way yet. I mean, maybe we'll see something. Like me going right through a stop sign. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, I thought that was part of the road. Yeah, see, now we can see the X's. That's the only time you can see the X's when you run into them. You get too far away, they disappear. You saw nothing. Actually, I did that. I was just trying to demonstrate what I was talking to earlier about not being able to see the barricades of roads you can or can't go down. That's all I was doing. I don't know why. I looked over, saw KFC, and I started thinking, KFC sounds really good. I haven't had Kentucky Fried Chicken in a long time. I don't really eat at... I guess I consider that a fast food place. I don't really eat those hardly ever. That's not to say I don't... I eat healthy all the time. That's not... It's far from the case. Don't tell my doctor. But yeah, KFC sounds really good, that crispy chicken. Right, here it is, 11:30 at night, and I'm thinking, crispy chicken. Problem is, where I live, it's not an option for me just to go down the street and get some. I live in the boonies. A long ways from everywhere. Uber Eats, they don't exist here. Well, they may come out this far, but I would not want to pay for that delivery. Alright, so how fast can this truck go, you may ask? Pretty darn fast. I think 90 something. I was going to say, it'd be kind of funny if they pull me in with no trailer. I'm going there anyways. So you can't weigh yourself if they haven't pulled you in? Okay. Did I miss? No, there we go. I was going to say, did I miss where I got to be? But no, we're here. Okay, I don't want to hit the key to rest. We're fine. Well, Cindy, I don't know what to tell you, but there's not really much we can do around here except for just walk. I don't think there's even a place to go grab something to eat, to be honest. I mean, we could cross the highway, go down to Walmart. Better be a super Walmart. Hopefully they got everything. Let me just click on that to get rid of that. There we go. We're all set there. Truck manager. So I know we're at truck number 10. Let's see. At truck number 10, what are we looking at? Maneuverability looks pretty darn good, so I may not need the transmission. A 6x4. That goes up on the heavy cargo. Transmission is a 10-speed. How about a 10-speed retarder? That looks a little bit better. 26451. But the stats go up quite a bit on heavy cargo, normal cargo, and hill traverse. Confirm order. That's 10 trucks done. Okay, we got 24 trucks, but yeah, you look at the past few trucks that we currently have purchased. Freightliner, 500 horse, 435, 600 horse. Yeah, we're beefing up our trucks as we go along here. What does that bring us down to money-wise? Wait, where's my money? Over here. Still got 14,000, so that's pretty darn good. Weekly, we are bringing in 272. Of course, that fluctuates with everything. So, yeah, I don't really know how that goes. Used trucks, I don't... It's a nice feature to the game that they added. I just don't fully comprehend, because how much money you make on the base game, that just seems kind of not necessary. But the few people that told me that they did use trucks, they said never again will they do it. So I don't know. At least the option's there for us to go ahead and do so. Trailer manager, I've been thinking about that the cistern tanker that we have that's sitting in our garage. Wait, is it in? It's in the Dallas garage. Oh, I got it marked on private. Well, I've been thinking about switching that over to another garage. Do I know which one my first garage was, other than the Denver one? Or sorry, Salt Lake City. Are all the drivers like really well off here? I wonder if I would have put the trailer in that garage there, if we would have any problems with all the drivers staying back to the garage. Alamosa, Tucson, these are back at the home base, home garages. Yes, your drivers will earn more money on that kind of stuff, but do I want to tinker with it right now? I think we'll hold off onto it just a little bit more, just to be sure, but that tanker has caused some issues in the past, for those that remember, so... Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold off on that for now. But anyways, we are in... Wait, where are we? Oh yeah, Laurel, Montana. That's where we are. And on the map itself, if I zoom out here, that is... I don't want to mark the road. No, stop it. Yeah, we're kind of like dead center of Montana. South center is where we're at. Just north of Wyoming right there. So, yeah, I don't know where we're going to be going next, other than probably to Billings to grab a load. It'll depend on what's available for us when we hit the road on it'll be a Saturday morning for us. But anyways, that is where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching, as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, have a good one.